And what is up, ladies and gentlemen? Happy Saturday, everybody, and welcome to another live prediction hosted by your boy Lennox Coleman. Now, and today's prediction is going to be based on tomorrow's WWE live event, WWE Hell in a Cell, live on the WWE Network, coming at the Little Caesars Arena in Detroit, Michigan, presented by which I will pre-order by the 13th of October, WWE 2K18. Even though I didn't complete many chapters of the My Career mode, that's okay. I still got time to do that. And also probably pre-order the 2K18 Deluxe Edition at GameStop before it sells out. So, all right, let's get this going. All right, cut. So today I'm gonna be breaking down all the matches for WWE Hell in a Cell match. So the matches I'm going to be looking forward to are Shane McMahon versus Kevin Owens, Randy Orton versus Rusev in the SummerSlam rematch. Plus, for the first time ever, a TNA original goes up against a WWE original, Bobby Roode versus Dolph Ziggler. The former World Heavyweight Champion versus the former NXT Champion. Plus a rivalry ignited, Natalya versus Charlotte Flair, New Day versus the Usos for the tag team titles inside Hell in a Cell, Jinder Mahal versus Nakamura for the WWE title, and also the Hell in a Cell Falls Count Anywhere match featuring Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon. Now, this rivalry this is something that I've been expecting for a long time to come, though, because I was waiting for this rivalry to happen ever since Kevin Owens lost the WWE United States title he didn't regain the United States title from AJ Styles. So why don't I start with the Shane McMahon feud and Kevin Owens. So to those of you who didn't watch an episode of SmackDown, because I did, so let me catch you up to guys how this rivalry started between Shane McMahon and Kevin Owens. Okay, it was at SummerSlam, Brooklyn, New York. SmackDown Commissioner Shane McMahon was the special guest referee for the United States Championship match between AJ Styles and Kevin Owens. And during the match, Owens attempted a pin, but Shane saw Styles' foot on the bottom rope, though, because at least he didn't make a 3 count. So Shane McMahon did the right thing and stopped the pin from happening. So, once Shane saw AJ Styles foot on the bottom rope and ordered the match to continue, Owens got frustrated and shoved Shane, which Shane told both Styles and Owens not to put his hands on him while he's the special guest referee, because if one of them does, Shane will fight back, and Shane shoved Kevin Owens back, which allows AJ Styles to pick up the win on Kevin Owens to retain the title. So on the 22nd episode of SmackDown, Shane gave Kevin Owens one final shot at the United States title and also allow him to pick the referee for his choice or advantage, and defeated Kevin Owens to retain the championship again. 2 weeks later, Shane attacked Owens. So let's see. It was about hold on, let me check. Hold on, wait. Let me check the calendar. Okay, September 19th. So, all right. So, Shane McMahon returned. So, it was on September the 5th of SmackDown Live while Kevin Owens interrupted a match. The opening, at the opening of SmackDown, it was supposed to be Carmella versus Natalya one-on-one, but Kevin Owens came out, interrupted, and said the match will continue with Kevin Owens as a special guest referee. However, Shane McMahon came down to the ring and confronted Kevin Owens and saying that you need to stop blaming me for your losses, and warned him that at SummerSlam, if he and AJ did touch him, if one of them did not win the U.S. title, that Shane will be forced to fight back, though, which he did. So, and Kevin Owens, and then about somewhere on the last month of August, Kevin Owens put himself as the special guest referee during a match between Aiden English and Sami Zayn. However, what had happened was Owens helped Aiden English win the match, which kind of upset the SmackDown commissioner a lot. So, and then during the promo, Kevin Owens said that if it was up to him, so I got a little distracted. If it was up to him, he would be back on Monday Night Raw. And Shane mentioned that part of why Kevin Owens would rather be on Raw and SmackDown, because he also mentioned the fact that last year Triple H handed the Universal title to Kevin Owens during a fatal four-way match between himself, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns. So, and then Kevin Owens got a little personal that why Shane despised Kevin Owens because Vince McMahon didn't give Owens the spotlight. And also the worst part is he also mentioned his children, which Shane warned Kevin Owens, do not mention his children again. By his children, I mean his three boys, Declan, Kenyon, and Rogan, which I hope I don't get in trouble for mentioning the name of Shane's boys. And then the worst part that infuriated me the most, what Owens said about Shane, is that was a vintage. All right, let me go back to the beginning. Owen chose Baron Corbin to be the special guest referee, and once Baron Corbin was about to make the 3 count, Shane dragged Baron Corbin out of the ring during the match, took over the referee duties after Baron Corbin walked out the match. Styles took the advantage and defeated Kevin Owens to retain the championship again. All right. And as I was saying about the promo between Shane and Owens, and the only reason why Owens told Shane that SmackDown and WWE would be better off if Shane didn't survive from that helicopter crash a couple of months ago, his wife, his dad, and once again his children, causing him to attack Kevin Owens, until Daniel Bryan and all the other WWE officials broke up the fight. And then backstage, Daniel Bryan told Shane that he was sorry, that Shane attacked her, but Kevin Owens didn't accept it until he threatened Daniel Bryan and the others that he's gonna file a lawsuit. Oh, sorry, I got distracted. As I was saying, Kevin Owens didn't fight back, so what Owens did, he filed a lawsuit against Daniel Bryan and WWE, every member who worked there, including the McMahons, such as Vince and Stephanie. So, and then Shane and Daniel called Shane out here to by orders of the chairman and CEO Vince McMahon. He got suspended indefinitely by orders of his father, and later on, after the #1 contenders match between Randy Orton and Shinsuke Nakamura, which Nakamura beat Randy Orton to earn the right to face Jinder Mahal, and a backstage segment to kick Raw to end SmackDown. Daniel Bryan was seen backstage with Kevin Owens says everything is not going to be over once he filed the lawsuit, but Daniel Bryan addressed him that Vince McMahon will be here on Sin City SmackDown to address the situation between him and Shane McMahon on the September 12th episode of SmackDown, which was in Las Vegas, and also where Kairi Sane won the finals of the Mae Young Classic. The following week of that, Vince called out Kevin Owens, but however, Owens was in the ring first before Vince McMahon could call them out, and they discussed what happened with him and Shane on the 5th of September. Vince McMahon threatened Owens if he filed that lawsuit, then he will be on the phone with his attorney saying that he'll be fired. Kevin Owens responded back that the only reason why Shane got suspended because Owens got his ass beat by Shane McMahon. But however, Vince McMahon stated that the only reason why he suspended Shane because he didn't finish the job. He didn't beat Kevin Owens so badly that he wouldn't show his guts to the entire world. So with that in mind, Vince McMahon reinstated Shane McMahon as scheduled a Hell in a Cell match between Shane and Kevin Owens at Hell in a Cell. So Owens agreed on one condition, that Vince would allow Owens to beat a McMahon senseless if provoked, even though that after Hell in a Cell, he can't be fired if he beat up a McMahon. So once the two of them have shook hands with each other, what has happened was Kevin Owens out of nowhere headbutted Vince McMahon, and Vince gave his word to Kevin Owens that he could beat McMahon senseless. And then what's the most funniest part is that blood was dripping down his head. Like, how the hell would you headbutt somebody how would you headbutt somebody by causing them to bleed? I mean, that's just pure craziness. How the hell would you headbutt? I mean, really, was that a blading? It must be a blading some type. I mean, that's just craziness. I mean, who headbutts some? How would you headbutt somebody and then make them bleed? Like, I don't get it though. And then Kevin Owens viciously attack Vince McMahon. I mean, come on, man. I mean, the guy is 72 years old. I mean, he's the grandfather. I mean, he's even a grandfather to not only Shane's children, but Stephanie and Triple H kids. I mean, whether you like Vince McMahon, whether he does good things or bad things to WWE, he's still the boss. I mean, that's a line that Kevin Owens crossed, though, and he can't come back from. So after a super kick and a frog splash to Vince McMahon, Stephanie McMahon made her first cable television appearance since WrestleMania 33 after a table crash from Seth Rollins to Triple H, and then confronted Kevin Owens of what by his action, what he did to her father, and then helped her daddy to be carried to the hospital. So on the 19th episode of SmackDown, Shane McMahon came out here and then, well, he threatened Owens that he would give Owens a beating by condemning them at Hell in a Cell, saying that he will make Owens pay for what he did to his father. And on that same night, Owens via satellite apologized for attacking Vince McMahon, but blamed Shane McMahon for his actions and warned the fans not to watch Hell in a Cell, and stating that what he did to Vince McMahon was just a little taste of what's gonna come. And then on the 26th episode, on the September 26th episode, Owens came out in the ring and called out Shane, but was confronted by his former friend and said that what Owens did to Vince McMahon, he went too far, which that I agree. And then Owens keep on mentioning that Owens had done a lot of things, winning the Universal title, Intercontinental title, United States title, something Sami Zayn never had done. And Sami responded to him that he will do things at the right time on his own without having a piece of garbage right behind him. So Kevin Owens dropped the mic, and then so did Sami Zayn. As the two were about to fight, they were stopped by General Manager Daniel Bryan, who scheduled a match between the two. So during the match, and while Shane McMahon was coming to the building, Owens defeated Zayn by referee stoppage after performing a powerbomb onto the ring apron. And after the match, Owens attacked Sami Zayn, but Shane came out, and as these two were attempting to go at it, Owens threw Sami Zayn with a steel chair around his neck and then crashed into Shane and then fled through the crowd. So on the last SmackDown before Hell in a Cell on October 3rd, Shane McMahon changed their match into a false count anywhere Hell in a Cell match, meaning they could fight anywhere, whether it's inside or outside the cell, doesn't matter. As he was calling out Kevin Owens, but instead Kevin Owens was in the crowd, and Shane threatened Kevin Owens to come out here and called Kevin Owens a coward, but instead Kevin Owens led Shane McMahon to a trap, which Shane says, if you don't want to bring the fight in the ring down, I'm bringing the fight to you. So Kevin Owens went up to the concession stands where Shane McMahon followed him. He called Owens to no avail, but midway through his promo, like I said, Owens appeared in the crowd. Owens began to leave, and Shane chased after him through the crowd, where they fought in the concessions area, and Owens powerbombed Shane through a table. Then Owens returned to the ring to cut a promo, but Shane returned, and then while Shane was coming down, some drunk girl was twerking and taking a selfie while Shane McMahon was coming down. That part I don't want to know. Then Shane McMahon returned and fought Owens, which ended with Owens giving a super kick and a pop-up powerbomb to Shane. So my money is definitely on Shane McMahon to win this Hell in a Cell match, though. Well, my dad says that Owens gonna win, but to be honest, I think Kevin Owens. No. Scratch that. Either Chris Jericho or Sami Zayn might come out and help Shane McMahon. But however, my Twitter follower I Am Kelsey stated that that there could be rumors that WWE might push Sami Zayn to become a heel and probably help Kevin Owens win. I don't know. That ain't gonna happen. So, I just hope I just hope Shane McMahon beat Kevin Owens to a bloody pulp. I don't care if he busted his head open with a steel chair, whip him with chains, threw him through a announce table off the top of the cell. I don't care. I just want Kevin Owens done. So Shane, I'm predicting that he's gonna win. And now to the WWE Heavyweight title match. Jinder Mahal defeated Shinsuke Nakamura to retain the WWE title at SummerSlam due to a distraction from the Singh brothers, Samir and Sunil Singh. So, on the SmackDown after SummerSlam, as retribution for the Singh brothers costing Nakamura his WWE title match, J.M. O'Brien scheduled Nakamura to face the Singh brothers in a handicap match, which Nakamura won. Afterwards, Mahal attacked Nakamura, but Nakamura countered with the Kinshasa. In August 29th episode, Nakamura and Orton defeated Mahal and Rusev in a tag team match. And after that, Orton attacked Nakamura with the knockout. So a number one contendership match was set between Randy Orton and Nakamura the following week during the same night that Shane McMahon attacked Kevin Owens for matches family. Nakamura defeated Randy Orton to face Mahal for the WWE title at Hell in a Cell. So the next 2 weeks, Mahal and the Singh brothers made fun of Nakamura and mocked his facial expression and signature poses, which I find that 100% annoying though. Like, that's going too far. Jinder's just doing that to get inside Shinsuke's head. And the next 2 weeks, and then Nakamura responded that there will be no joke when he wins the WWE Championship at Hell in a Cell. So the following week, Mahal apologized to Nakamura, but continued to make fun of him, prompting Nakamura to confront Mahal. So Nakamura attacked the Singh brothers, but Mahal then attacked Nakamura. Nakamura attacked the three and performed the Kinshasa on Mahal on the final SmackDown October 3rd before Hell in a Cell. Nakamura's in-ring interview with Renee Young during the opening show was interrupted by the Singh brothers, which caused a distraction so Mahal could attack Nakamura from behind. Nakamura attempted to fight off the three but was overwhelmed. So my prediction of, well, even though as much as I don't like Jinder as WWE Championship, my prediction, which should have been at SummerSlam, Nakamura for the as WWE Championship. Enough said. Gosh, reading makes my voice a little bit tired. All right. So, And speaking of feuds, we're going to the United States title match. AJ Styles versus the Lone Wolf, Baron Corbin. It's kind of awkward that AJ Styles was the only person to use that gimmick while he was in TNA. But on August 29th episode of SmackDown, after Styles finished his rivalry with Kevin Owens, the United States champion officially reinstated the U.S. Championship Open Challenge that was entered by the Perfect 10 Ty Dillinger. Baron Corbin also came out as he also wanted to answer the challenge, but was too late. So, Styles defeated Dillinger to retain the title, and Corbin attacked Dillinger, who was saved by AJ Styles. The following week, Dillinger faced Baron Corbin with Styles on commentary. Corbin won the match with heel tactics afterwards backstage. Styles offered Dillinger a title match the following week, and Dillinger accepted. During the match, Corbin attempted to interfere, but Styles attacked him with the phenomenal forearm. Then defeated Dillinger. After the match, Styles shook Dillinger's hand as a show of respect on the Sin City SmackDown episode. But Corbin attacked them both and said that he would be the next challenger for the title. That match, however, did not occur as Corbin attacked Styles before the match and Dillinger attacked Corbin. So the following week, Corbin had a rematch with Dillinger with Styles again on commentary. Corbin won the match by countout, and by, I don't know, he approached Styles at the commentary. Styles was talking to him. Corbin threw a bottle, splashed water on AJ Styles, which was a bad move. You do not mess with AJ Styles in any other way. So Corbin won the match technically by countout and declared that he would take the United States Championship. A title match between Styles and Corbin was scheduled for Hell in a Cell. On the final SmackDown before Hell in a Cell, Corbin again faced Dillinger, where Dillinger defeated Corbin with a roll-up pin. After the match, Styles appeared on the Titantron. He said that Corbin does not focus enough and gets mad too easily, and that's why John Cena defeated him at SummerSlam and why he lost his Money in the Bank cash-in, which he cashed in too early. If Corbin didn't cash in the Money in the Bank too early on the last SmackDown before SummerSlam, then he would have had it instead of Jinder Mahal as WWE World Champion. Baron Corbin could have been the WWE Champion. So AJ Styles, you know I got to root for my boy AJ Styles to win this United States title against Baron Corbin, because there's no way Baron Corbin will beat my boy AJ Styles. Now, we're going to get to the tag team match. But first, let me get a cup of water. I'll be back. Oh, and if you guys feel you want to predict on what's going to happen at Hell in a Cell tomorrow night, don't forget to leave your predictions in the live chat box. I'm going to go take a water break. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Now to the tag team title match. At SummerSlam, The Usos, Jimmy and Jay Uso, defeated the New Day, Biggie, and Xavier Woods with Kofi Kingston at ringside to regain the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. 2 weeks later on SmackDown, the Usos earned the right to choose the stipulation for the New Day's championship rematch by defeating the New Day in a non-title match. So the Usos choose a street fight, which occurred on the Sin City SmackDown episode on September 12th, again, where the New Day defeated the Usos to regain the SmackDown Tag Team titles. And on the 19th, the Usos invoked their championship rematch for Hell in a Cell. On the 26th episode, after New Day defeated the Hype Bros, Mojo Rawley and Zack Ryder, the New Day, who was seated in front row at ringside, said they wanted to defend their tag team titles inside a Hell in a Cell, to which the Usos accepted. And on the last SmackDown before Hell in a Cell, on the 3rd of October, the beginning of this month, the two teams met in the ring for a verbal confrontation, a final promo where the New Day claimed to have made the SmackDown Tag Team division relevant and that their matches with the Usos have been the best matches of those respective shows. Yeah. Okay, so the Usos, well, I want them to be SmackDown Tag Team Championships because the New Day has no chance on beating the Usos inside of Hell in a Cell. I mean, come on, really? So the Usos, my money is on them to become SmackDown Tag Team titles again. Now, we got the, let's see, the SmackDown Women's title match. All right. Okay. Okay, so all right. At SummerSlam, Natalya defeated Naomi, the former two-time SmackDown Women's Champion, and retained the title in a rematch on the Sensei SmackDown on September 12th. The following week, Natalya interrupted a promo Charlotte Flair was cutting on and was commenting on her father's recovering from real-life medical issues and thanked the entire fans for their prayers, their get well wishes to her father, Ric Flair, and also shout out to Ric Flair on recovering from his medical issues. I wish the best for you, Charlotte, and your dad in the future. Get well, stay tuned. And not to mention, Charlotte subsequently challenged Natalya to a title match, but that was interrupted by Naomi, Tamina, and Becky Lynch. So General Manager Darren Bryan then scheduled a fatal four-way match between the four to determine Natalya's challenger at Hell in a Cell, which was won by Charlotte. After Charlotte defeated Miss Money in the Bank Carmella one-on-one on the September 26th episode, she was confronted by Natalya, who says, she was glad that Ric Flair was doing better, so he could see his daughter fail at Hell in a Cell. So the following week, Natalya and Carmella teamed up to face Becky and Charlotte, where Natalya made Charlotte tap out to the infamous sharpshooter. So my prediction on who will win the Money in the who won the SmackDown Women's Title match? I say Charlotte. Even though I didn't like Charlotte last year because she was a heel, now this time I'm gonna be rooting for Charlotte against Natalya. Even though these two have been facing each other back and forth back on NXT, where Charlotte defeated Natalya to become the NXT Women's Championship. When Charlotte didn't win the title, it was actually a tournament, though. And then last year, the two butt heads again by facing each other for the Raw Women's title, which Charlotte won via submission by having Charles Robinson ring the bell, trying to pull a page out of the Montreal Screwjob, where Bret got screwed by Vince McMahon by having Shawn Michaels put Bret Hart in a sharpshooter, causing which Bret didn't tap out. Same thing that Natalya didn't tap out. And then Natalya lost again to Charlotte in a submission match at Extreme Rules 2016 with the help of Dana Brooke disguised as her dad. So this time Charlotte will probably have, it's probably what, 3-0 against Natalya. So I'm going to make it a 4-0 against Natalya. So Charlotte's going to make a 4th win over Natalya because, as you know, history is written by the victors. Now moving on to Randy Orton versus Rusev. At SummerSlam, Randy Orton squashed Rusev in 10 seconds. The two had a rematch on September 19th episode where Rusev defeated Orton also in about 10 seconds, but after Orton had already had a match with Aiden English. And on the 26th, sorry about that. Oh, sorry. As I was saying, the following week, in celebration for Rusev defeating Orton, he was presented with, as I was saying, Rusev was presented with the key to his hometown in Bulgaria by the town's mayor. English was on hand to sing a song for the celebration, and the mayor proclaimed September 26th as Rusev Day. Orton then appeared from the crowd and gave an RKO to English, followed by one to Rusev. Another match between the two was scheduled for Hell in a Cell. On the final SmackDown before Hell in a Cell, Orton faced English with Rusev at ringside. However, Orton defeated English. So again, Randy Orton, as I predicted, Randy Orton defeated is going to be Rusev one-on-one. And now we're going to head on to Dolph Ziggler versus Bobby Roode for the first time ever. For several weeks on SmackDown, which kind of puzzled me and the rest of my Twitter followers, Dolph Ziggler would come out impersonating other wrestlers' entrance, claiming that there was all that the fans care about and they did not care about his actual in-ring performance. He also claimed that he was the best in-ring performer in WWE history. And week after week, Dolph Ziggler had been impersonating wrestlers' entrance at the likes of Bayley, John Cena, Macho Man Randy Savage, The Ultimate Warrior, Triple H, Shawn Michaels. And after impersonating The Undertaker's entrance on the September 26th episode, Ziggler was confronted by Bobby Roode, who had been prompted to the main roster from NXT on August 22nd episode. He complimented Ziggler's in-ring work, but asked Ziggler to prove that he was the best in a match at Hell in a Cell, to which Ziggler accepted. So the following week, after Rude defeated Mike Kanellis, he was confronted by Ziggler, who congratulated Rude on his win. Ziggler said that he would have a big, elaborate entrance at Hell in a Cell, but said that despite that, what really matters is what happens after the bell rings. He then claimed that Rude was all show and no talk, and he would prove that at Hell in a Cell. So I never thought I'd be saying this, but Bobby Roode, I'm going to predict, will beat Ziggler, or maybe Ziggler will defeat Roode. I don't know what will happen. That I got to find out. And last but not least is the pre-show match. It will be Chad Gable teaming up a returning Shelton Benjamin against the Hype Bros. So after Jason Jordan was moved to Raw for being the kayfabe fake fiction illegitimate son of Raw General Manager Kurt Angle, American Alpha, which consisted of Jordan and Chad Gable, was subsequently quietly disbanded. So on the SmackDown after SummerSlam on the 22nd, SmackDown General Manager Daniel Bryan apologized to Gable over the incident and introduced one of Kurt Angle's former protege, the returning Shelton Benjamin, as Gable's new tag team partner. Benjamin last performed in the WWE in 2010. That was 7 years ago, which that was Benjamin's last time in WWE. So the following week, the two team up for the first time and defeated the Ascension, Connor and Victor. Gabe and Benjamin were then victorious over the Hype Bros, Mojo Rawley and Zack Ryder. So on the September 12th episode, after the match, Rawley shook hands with Gable and Benjamin out of respect, but Ryder refused. So on the last SmackDown before Hell in a Cell, October 3rd episode, it was announced that Gable and Benjamin would have a rematch with the Hype Bros on the Hell in a Cell pre-show. So I'm going to be going with Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin, but in fact, I've been really impressed how good they were. In fact, I've been really very, very impressed that how Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin are. So I've been really impressed, but I think it's a bad move to team Shelton with Chad Gable. In fact, he could return last year if it wasn't for that shoulder injury. So Shelton Benjamin would be better off as a singles competitor as he was back in 2004. So Shelton Benjamin, Chad Gable, I'm going to go with for this pre-show tag team match. And to be honest, and that is all for the WWE Hell in a Cell 2017 live prediction. And a big announcement before we go off the air. I just want to announce that about on October the 21st, on Saturday, and on 21st, here's a big announcement. On October 21st, I'll be doing another live prediction for Raw's Tables, Ladders, and Chairs, which also gonna mark the debut of the longest reigning NXT Women's Championship, Asuka. So don't forget to tell your friends, tell your brothers, tell your sisters, tell your Twitter fans, tell your YouTube people to tune in for this epic prediction. And I'm also going to be talking about NXT TakeOver War Games. That I will also going to be discussed in my live prediction. Until then, Until then, and I hope you people love this live prediction. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, drop a couple of likes, and don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And that is just about it for this live prediction. Thank you so much for joining in. I'm your boy Lennox Coleman signing off. Have the rest of your weekend, and happy Christopher Columbus Day to all the wrestling fans. And make sure you tune into Hell in a Cell tomorrow night. Like I said, October the 21st, I'll be doing a Hell in a Cell, a Tables, Ladders, and Chairs live prediction. Make sure you tune into that. Until then, I'm your boy Lennox Coleman, and I'll see you next 2 weeks on Tables, Ladders, and Chairs live prediction. So long.